It's probably better.
Yeah, it says it's recording.
Yeah, okay, good. All right, so this is Karina's MP3, which is going to get combined with the photos that you already did for our voice project, right? Okay. So I'll just play this, and does everybody have a piece of paper? Okay, so what we're looking for right now is anything that would keep this from being the final version that we're submitting for field day. And less technical criticisms today, unless it's something that would really make it not work, and more emotional, kind of aesthetic, kind of evaluating. Okay. Waiting for iTunes. Recap. Okay. So I thought that had amazingly great energy, and from what I heard, I don't think you need to re-record it. I think what you've got is just fine. You are going to need to remove the clicks at the beginning because you wouldn't hear that on a regular concert. So make sure you get those edited out. And I really enjoyed that you were doing dynamics. That was really nice.
Do you think I could have like exaggerated them more? Because still like it doesn't seem that big, but like when I did it, it like was a lot more exaggerated, but on the recording it doesn't seem as exaggerated.
Yeah, the microphone is more honest than your ear is sometimes. Um, if you wanted to redo it for the dynamics, you could redo it. I think you could leave it where it is. It depends on how much time you want to spend on it. So it's up to you. But next Saturday is or actually, no, Friday is the drop dead day for submitting stuff. So it depends on how much time you have. So really quick, aesthetic evaluation and any technical things that would keep that from being the final product. Evelyn?
I don't know what to say because it was pretty much all good. But I wrote down that there were some like scratchy parts, especially when you're changing strings really fast, but that's like expected. I think the dynamics were good also, but I feel like the piano part maybe just like lower the volume manually a little bit because sometimes it overshadows the violin part. And I guess you could exaggerate the dynamics a little more too. Yeah, but it was good.
Douglas?
I also thought it was overall really, really good. Like Evelyn said, like in some parts you could have exaggerated the dynamics more if you wanted to like re-record it. I think there was one part where the piano was really soft, but you kept that consistent like loud tone. So maybe if you exaggerated when you go to piano in that part, I'm not sure if you go piano or like you go softer in that part, but if you did, you could exaggerate that more. But yeah, besides that, it was all pretty good.
Tara?
I really felt the mood of the song. Like it gave you so many feelings, and you emphasized that really well. I think it's good for the final, except for whatever you might think needs to be fixed.
Jared?
I wrote it was pretty cheerful, but something that might keep it from being a final product is that the end of some like, phrases is a little bit out of tune. It's like the part where it's like like the tone, the pitch like drops in that part after putting it pretty high and then drops down. That last note sometimes it's out of tune. I don't know which part, but yeah.
Does that make sense? Do you know where he's talking about?
Kind of. There were some parts that, yeah, I felt were out of tune, so I think I know.
Sebastian?
I thought it was really cheerful too. I didn't notice that many like different things because I was like lost in the music. So I thought I really liked it. Yeah.
That's a really nice compliment when somebody tells you they got lost in the music. That's the goal. Okay, so let's take a look at Evelyn's track. So let me open that up. Okay, can everybody see this?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that was so pleasant and so delicately and nicely played. And when I opened up the file and I saw the camera angle that you picked, my first thought was, oh no, the fingers are going to be really distracting from the music. But I thought that the music was so you were so aware of what the music was doing that came across, and seeing the fingers do it just added a layer of interest. So I had no problem with not seeing your face and just seeing your fingers and just participating with the music. It was really nice. For everybody, I realized I didn't mention this, but I think it would be a really good idea for everybody's final product is, if you have a way to do a title, be sure to put your name and the title of the piece just in like the first 5 seconds of your video. I can probably do it from here if you can't figure out how to do it, but I think you guys should all be able to plug some kind of title in, even if it's just a screen blank for 2 seconds before you start. Okay, Jarek.
I wrote very light, and like a word that comes to my mind is like petite, but you said the delicate, so it's kind of like the
Yeah.
little,
Petite.
little and brittle. I don't know. But there's more like a technical detail, like the dynamics. I'm not sure if dynamics are really fit in here because like they kind of all, I think, like supposed to sound like the same loudness, but to keep like the petiteness of it. So I think
So that's Scarlatti, right?
Yeah, they're more kind of supposed to be dynamics. I think like it didn't have them in the music, but I wrote them in myself, or like my teacher wrote them in. And I tried to do them, but I guess it wasn't caught on the mic.
So in the theory class, we talked about Baroque dynamics a little bit and looked at how a harpsichord works. And harpsichord has loud and soft, basically,
Yeah.
because it's either plucking one string or plucking two strings. So there wouldn't be anything like crescendos or diminuendos. But if you wanted to record it again and maybe play a little bit more with that one string sound, two string sounds, while you're playing on an instrument with 3 strings for each pitch, that might be an interesting thing to explore. Sebastian.
I thought it was really nice and elegant. I don't know really what you could change because I don't play the piano. Well, I have a synthesizer, but I don't really know how to use it yet. So I thought it was really nice and elegant.
Karina?
I thought it was really good, elegant. I really like the fingers. I don't know, it just kind of added to the music. Yeah, it was really good.
Douglas?
There were no mistakes or anything to change. It was all really good. I also like the black fingernails that like really like blended in with the black keys. It was like really elegant, like. But yeah, everything was really good.
Tara?
I was gonna say something similar to Douglas, like your nails are pretty cool.
Thank you. They're not black though, they're blue.
Oh,
Your piece was really smooth, and as a pianist, I would think that was my last take. So good job.
Thank you.
Good. Okay. So no need to re-record unless you feel strongly about doing it. But put a title and your name on the beginning,
Okay.
and then we'll submit it. But I still need your senior portrait thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see, who hasn't gone? Jarek?
Well, hopefully this live performance will be not bad. I'm not sure if I can, but I might try to record this like outdoors. If I can.
Oh, that would be cool.
I saw a video of it that was recorded outdoors.
Uh-huh.
It looked pretty cool, so I might try to steal that dude's idea.
As an idea, the way that the outdoor recordings usually work, you don't actually record outside. You record it inside, and then you listen to it while you're outside and airbow. Like I was on a hip hop video once where they hired a bunch of us to stand. Actually, I guess eventually they brought chairs. We were sitting in chairs at Ocean Beach at like 5:30 in the morning with the waves lapping on our feet, pretending to play to a recording with this guy, this hip hop guy who was doing his dance stuff on the sand in front of us. And they just had big speakers playing the music that was already totally recorded. And we were pretending to play, and people were switching instruments around and pretending to play each other's instruments. So, like cello players trying to look like they're playing French horn, and so so that's the way that outdoor recordings are usually done. But I think that would be beautiful and a real contribution to the whole field day thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So are you gonna like turn your video back on?
Well, my music's on my.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you need the screen. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. I haven't played this today, so my fingers are gonna be.
Yeah, everything is where it is.
Yeah. Oh my God, change the page. Scroll down.
There were some wrong notes at the end there.
Yeah.
Can you do the last 4 bars? You know those last 3 notes? Da 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 da. Do you have 3/4 notes, or do you have the dotted rhythm?
Dot rhythm.
Oh, okay, yeah. So be sure you do the dotted rhythm at the end. Yeah. So that is so much better than last week. It's really sounding like the tune, and getting that kind of spaciousness. So there are two things that I noticed that you want to address before you do your final recording.
Mm-hmm.
There's still some notes that are out of tune. You're doing some kind of sliding into them. There's a certain amount of that sliding that you could be doing portamento. What key are you playing it in? I forget what key you're playing it in.
I don't know. Well, G.
So that kind of, depending on how country you want to make it. But when you're sliding around trying to find the pitch, that's a different thing than using some slides to sound more like a voice. So make sure that you address the pitch issues. And I'm not sure if it was the computer was cutting out a little bit. So I'm not sure if it was that or if there really were places where you needed to keep the bow moving more. But there are pretty much no places in this tune where the bow should be stopping in between notes. It's a really fluid thing. So just keep an eye on the bow moving and address the pitch and listen to some more recordings, and then record audio of yourself inside and do several versions and pick the best version, and then go outside and do your video.
Okay.
Cool. I think that's a great project. That's going to be really nice. Okay, Douglas.
I think it was much better. Like there was a big improvement from last week, but you can also there was also some parts where it was really flat, and then you just slide up in the middle of the note so that it was correct. But that just comes with like a little bit more practicing that you can do. And then when you're playing, sometimes it makes a screeching noise, and that's sometimes because like you're pressing too hard on the instrument. You're pressing on the string really hard. So if you like make it more light, if that makes any sense, then it would be more fluid and add to that like tone that you're trying to look for.
Tara.
Even with the lack of the quality in Zoom's audio, I could hear the melody really well. I really like the song. What you could fix is basically what Katie said, and more smoothness would make it sound even nicer.
Evelyn?
I think like the mood I got from the song itself was like soulful or melodic, like it was really pretty.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know if it was the mic problem, but your playing sounded kind of warbly, like it kind of went in and out. And they also seemed to be lots of pauses, or like you were hesitant on some parts. Yeah, I think just fix those.
Karina.
I thought it was a big improvement from last week. Yeah, I can hear the melody. And yeah, you're kind of sliding in on some notes. Basically what everyone else said, I agree.
Sebastian.
I could hear the melody. It seemed very like country-like. For me, it also cut out like a bunch of times, but you could have more smoothness to it. But otherwise, it improved a lot.
Cool. So Jarek, are you happy with that idea of doing the outdoor video and the extra step that involves?
I'll try to do that. Yeah, I'll see if I can. Not sure.
Yeah,
But
I think that would be really beautiful. Do you have a tripod or somebody who can hold the camera?
I can try bring my music stand downstairs. That might work.
So just like in a yard close by, or would you go out in
Yeah,
a park or something?
it's kind of a park. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Uh, let me hit the pause button for a second. Record. All right. So now we're back to um, Tara. You want to go?
I sent you the
Oh, right.
right before class.
Ah,
Sorry about that.
oh, wait a minute. When did you send it?
Like 9:50, I'd say.
You remember when I asked to get it on Friday at the latest?
Yeah.
Let me find it. Let's see if it's come in. Waiting for it to. Okay, so while I'm dealing with this, um, Douglas, you want to go?
I sent you my file.
Oh yes, I have yours. Okay, except that um, I don't want to record me going through my emails.
Really nice. If you do decide to re-record it, I think you should show your fingers and maybe do it like horizontal, but you don't have to redo it. It's really good.
Tara.
It was very smooth, nice. I would go to sleep to that song. The
Oh,
last phrase gave it a sweet ending, I would say. Good job overall.
yeah, Jarek.
This is only if you decide to actually re-record it, but the parts where like you play across the strings, kind of like you go like that. I don't know like how you say, but like kind of like a double stop part. Like that part, some of those weren't very clean, but some were. So like, if you do decide to re-record, then I would like perfect that and make it more like consistent. And the video angle, like what you should be more like this and like this.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so some of it is you got to work with what you've got.
Mhm.
So that string change question, that's a long-term project, but I think that's a really good observation of just getting more efficient with how much energy you really need to put into your arm to get the string, to get the bow to a different string. And that's something professional players just work on every day also. It's a lifelong project, but it's a good thing to work on because it really makes your playing ever more elegant. Tara, did you go? Evelyn, did you go?
I
Okay.
think the overall mood was it's a really pretty song, and I think the vibrato makes it even more vibrant. You don't really need to re-record it, but if you do, I guess there are some like notes that sound a little flat, and also there are some points where you like would accidentally play on two strings, like the double stop thing I think Jarek was talking about. So you can try to avoid that. But otherwise, it was really good.
Okay, I am seeing Tara's thing, and
Two. So the one that says like movie thingy is the accompaniment. I can't. The
minstrels. I see.
Yeah, there's two. The audio recording is my solo, and then the video is.
Oh, your project. Okay. Okay, let me move that. And then this is okay. This is Terra Video. And this one is in Google Drive. Okay, so let me do the share screen. So this is your audio, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That is so much better, not over Zoom. You can really hear everything going on. That was really nice. Um, I think that's your final recording. I don't think you need to do anything else. Uh, I had an idea while it was going that I'll just toss out there. You don't have to do this, but I had so many visual images while listening to it. I'm thinking that if you wanted to do a little extra project for this, if you just went around your house and took pictures of stuff and did a slideshow and put the music behind it, I think that would be so fun and cool. And a quarantine statement, you know. It's not something you have to do, but it could be really neat. Okay, so Karina.
It was such a surprise to hear the whole thing because over Zoom you can't really hear anything. It was really good. Yeah, I don't have anything to change. It was just really good.
Sebastian.
I thought that it was nice. It seemed the phrasing changed a lot, and I think I like that. I agree with Karina that it was like over Zoom you couldn't hear anything, but with the recording it was surprising.
Douglas.
I just keep getting reminded of like the Charlie Brown situation. It sounds like Charlie Brown whenever I hear it. I personally really enjoyed it, and I didn't see any flaws in it. So yeah.
Jarek? You're on mute.
I like the like how the beginning part like kind of slows down, kind of like pretty cool. So it's kind of like what Douglas said. I wrote down it reminded me of like a Tom and Jerry chase. I don't know why, but like that's kind of like the vibe it gives off.
So you got
I-
two different animation images. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, okay. The dynamics are noticeable in some parts. I can like notice how like it got loud and it got softer, and like overall, it's like a more contemporary feel to it than like some of the other pieces that our ensemble is playing.